When it comes to AI, the real magic isn't just in the tools themselves. It's what someone with the right curiosity, cognitive flexibility, and desire to innovate can accomplish when they push beyond the obvious. At DeepHumanX, we took what could have been a generic AI ROI calculator and transformed it into something fundamentally different, a research backed tool that demonstrates the measurable impact of enhancing human skills in the human machine equation. This wasn't a quick prompt and done project, and while it required far less time than a human researcher, which Gemini and ChatGPT estimated weeks of effort, we did spend nearly 6 hours total engaged with the tool's thinking and synthesis. We began with extensive strategic thinking, applying our DHX relevance model to identify the critical factors that truly drive AI implementation success. Through our analysis of existing research in organization or behavioral studies, we identified 6 key human factors that research consistently shows impact AI adoption and ROI. Leadership confidence in driving AI change. How engaged is the team? Their adaptability to change and new situations. Their ability to apply critical thinking and cognitive flexibility. Their ability to be creative and problem solving and where their capabilities lie there, as well as their purpose driven team alignment. Using Google Gemini's 2.5 model with deep research functionality, we conducted comprehensive analysis across hundreds of websites, academic papers, and industry reports. But we didn't stop there. This was a multi-AI approach. We cross-validated our findings using ChatGPT and Claude to ensure we weren't missing critical insights or falling into single model bias. The research alone involved analysis of 300 relevant sources, cross-validation across 3 different AI models, and synthesis of academic research on human performance factors, integration of real-world case studies on AI implementation success rates, and validation of statistical correlations between human skills and ROI outcomes. What you see as the final calculator represents hours of intensive back and forth refinement. Using the Lovable platform for the visual interface, we went through multiple iterations, each informed by deeper research insights. This wasn't a matter of a few simple prompts, as you can see from our development log. We engaged in extensive dialogue with our AI research partners, constantly refining our approach based on new findings. Each calculation you see in the tool is backed by specific research citations. For example, the productivity multipliers are based on studies showing purpose-driven employees deliver 31% higher productivity. Leadership confidence factors derived from change management research indicating confident leaders achieve 2.3x higher adoption rates. Team engagement metrics reflecting Gallup's extensive research on engagement's impact on business outcomes, and more. Here's where our calculator diverges from your typical AI ROI tools. Let me walk you through a real example. Starting with a team of 43 employees at 150,000 average fully loaded cost annually, looking at 12-month ROI with a $15,000 readiness budget, conservatively estimating 15% task automation, 1.5 hours saved per week per employee, and maybe 10,000 in tool cost savings. We kind of start there, but we need to look at the human factors. Leadership confidence, let's say, is a 5. Team engagement, maybe a 6. Adaptability, we'll give it a 6 as well. The team's ability to think critically and cognitively be flexible, maybe a 5. Creativity, a 6. And maybe their purpose-driven alignment of a 4. Standard productivity focus calculation would say a $251,000 ROI or a 1,500% improvement. But when we factor in the research on human skill enhancement, 747K ROI is possible. That's nearly 500,000 in additional value, what we call the untapped possibility that organizations miss when they focus solely on automation rather than effective augmentation and activation. Because we know there is skepticism around ROI calculators, which is healthy and warranted, we built complete transparency into our approach. Down at the bottom of the calculator, you'll find the source material with research citations, the methodology, assumptions, limitations, cross-validation approaches, etc. What makes this particularly powerful is the sensitivity analysis. For instance, simply moving that purpose-driven score from 4 to 6 in the scenario we did, based on the research showing the impact of purpose alignment, pushes the ROI into 7 figures. This isn't speculation. It's based on documented studies of how purpose-driven teams perform. Perhaps most importantly, this project itself demonstrates our core philosophy. You can get decent results with AI tools, but the real transformation happens when you combine curiosity, systemic thinking, and the willingness to invest serious effort into research and iteration. This calculator didn't emerge from a single prompt. It's the result of strategic thinking, comprehensive research, multi-model validation, and iterative refinement. The magic happens when human creativity and cognitive flexibility meet AI's analytical power, guided by a framework for thinking differently about complex challenges. This is what's possible when you move beyond surface level AI applications to truly research driven, human augmented innovation. And while the ROI calculator is not meant to be a single source for you to inform your business decisions, it is an illustration of what is possible if you take a human first, AI forward approach to your AI implementation, making sure you spend the time to not only think about the systems and workflows, but the human element as well, helping your teams and your leaders evolve their HUOS or their human element so that they can understand how to tap into things that have not been possible before. And if you're looking for a place to get started, don't hesitate to reach out. We'll look at your business, identify the spot in your organization with the easiest win, the greatest potential ROI, as a use case for what's possible for you and your teams.